you do when you flip it?
So I'll bring it down a bit. If you can do two sorts of flips. You can actually throw it and use its own momentum, right? Or you can just do a normal flip. So a normal flip, I'll take him up there a bit. So you're already at the height there, you're about mid-throttle and you're just back on the stick.
Is that it?
That's it.
Same for forward?
Same for forward, but you lose
side
more.
to side?
Yep, same for side to side. But depending on how you've got your settings, well, depends on how fast it rolls. Like that's full across, right? And you can see how much you lose. If you give it heaps of stick and do it, it'll roll really quick, right? So the other thing you can do is you can throw it. And that's what the guys do, and you can see some of the really good guys, they throw it and they go upside down and stay upside down. So you can, and you don't lose height when you throw it.
Okay. So you're going up and you do it?
Yeah.
Like you're going up half.
Okay, so if you throw it, right, so the more throttle you give it, the more responsive it's going to be. But, you know, a lot of people when you're learning don't really know, you know, how it's going to react. So I say to them, get plenty of height so you can recover, right, and just back on the stick.
9, 8, 7, 6.
So do you wait for it to go the full 360 before you back off?
Yeah, it's a bit like driving a car with a clutch. You get, after a while you get to know sort of what's going on with it.
Because mine will stand on its end like that. I just haven't done that a little bit further.
Well, what you need to do if you're going to do it, and it's always your first flip. I reckon my first flip took me about 8-10 weeks to do. So you get, and you can overcompensate. You can overcompensate and you get the rolls. You get it. The idea is to try and get it. I'll bring it back in. The idea is to try and get it so where it comes up level and it looks smooth. So it went too far then. Oh, it's just pitching up a bit too high. Yeah, she's blown that battery.
I'll give it a go.
What was that? Well, why not? It's probably the safest place. Get up higher. Now flick it. That's a shot. Hey? And what you need to do is just practice that. But what you need to do is, what you can do is like give it plenty of up, come down on the throttle a bit, then pull it back real hard and then wait for it to come around, then just power up as you come around.
So you come back to the middle, then hard.
Take it up, take it plenty of up so you've got a bit of throw with it, right? And then come back on your throttle, and as you come back, don't go all the way back, just come back a little bit, then smack it down, and then as it comes around, you leave it off, and you start going up a bit, and then you give it some throttle. I know it sounds a bit harder than it looks, but throw it up. But get plenty of height and cut, so you can just take your hands off the sticks and it'll recover if, like, with a bit of throttle.
So we're going up?
Go up, yeah. That's a shot, kind of. Oh, look, it takes ages to get the hang of it because it's more the coordination of your hands, but once you get it right, bring it back over this way a bit so you can see it. Look, it does take a fair while to get it, and then once you master that, you think I'll do a forward one. Well, forward's completely different as well because you'll lose a lot of height with it as compared to going back, you're going up, but going forward, you're going down. So everyone sort of thinks that, oh, that's a shot. Woohoo! There you go. And what you can do is you can really sort of throw it and get it up, and you get to that point. Yeah, you get to that point where you get used to it. Once you've done the first one, you'll get the hang of it. But just have plenty of air up there, that's all. And then what you can do is you can get it where you take it up really high and you can just pull back on the sticks and down with your throttle a bit, and you can just get it doing a couple of loops and then come out of it.
Yeah.
And then you can do 9, like some of its good ones. Chickened out. Get plenty of height. That's what you got to do. Bring it back over this way a bit so you can see which way you're going. Get it sort of above the pipe. Yeah, but the whole idea is for it to not sit still. There you go. And you can see how much you lose there. But what you want to do is try going up a bit higher and not giving it that almost that big boost of power right at the end, because you're sort of driving it down. Wait for it to come back over a bit more and then give it the up. Now, there you go. You see, and you get to a point where you just get to really know exactly where to throw it. Yeah, don't chicken out, you're plenty high enough. Bring it back over this way so you can see it a bit. But because your thumbs are sort of a bit funny, you really got to sort of work at getting it down, because you tend to want to come over to that corner, and you just need to be careful with this board because you can disarm it by going that far for a period of time. That's why everyone, that's a shot, that's it.
Yeah.
Bit less in the, yeah, bring him back.
Yeah, he's made a little land on his own.
Nice. Pauly's no longer the flip virgin.